Heyo everybody, Haku here with my live reaction for Tower of God chapter 578 or season 3 episode 161. Hopefully I didn't get any of those numbers incorrect. Really excited as always because last chapter was incredible. Despite the cutoff in the middle of it, I had a ton of fun with last week's. I thought it was incredible and I just kind of refreshed myself on it again before this because just so much happened. I really find Elbaba incredibly entertaining. Elbaba's just a very funny kind of character. I guess not even really villain. I don't necessarily think Elbaba's serious enough to really say villain. But just the relationship there and the storyline that goes on there. Multiple different threads. The Elaine relationship, the Bomb relationship, Lilial and Chiliel relationship. I love Lilial and Chiliel's characters, where Chiliel's feelings towards Bomb are being explored, and it's in a really good, cool way. And then you've got Lilial, who all of the L's in her name are appropriate, because I said last chapter that she's kind of one of the worst characters, and that's saying a lot in terms of just being a jerk, just being bad. And Lilial has been just continually annoying and sort of against every good thing that the good guys try to do, but she keeps just losing in every single scenario, just taking nothing but L's. And I feel like CU's going somewhere with that. So I'm excited to see where that goes in the future. Of course, things with Gastang and the Poppadao are interesting. I want to see more Poppadao. And we got to see Lazy Elgor last time. Traumeré is a really cool character. The only thing that I'm not the hugest on was the very end where it's Leviathan's I'll give you some more of my power. It's okay, but you need to collect the 3 dragons. And it's, why are the dragons the MacGuffins that Bomb needs to collect at this point? And I just don't feel like he needs Leviathan's power. Maybe this is me. I feel like the interesting thing about Leviathan is the memory stuff, because I've been saying this for probably years at this point, but I'm I don't care about Bomb getting Leviathan. Bomb, the 13-month subplot is already being wasted on Bomb by, Black March hanging out inside of him, doing nothing and never being seen, when the 13-month subplot could be used to enhance the characters of, say, the princesses, whether you want, Yuri to be the lead of that subplot, or Andrasi. You would think Macheni would sort of be the antagonist of that subplot, but it seems like it'd be, better used on those characters than wasted on Bomb, when Bomb doesn't really need the 13 months and he's not using the one he has. But with getting Leviathan and collecting the dragon's powers, I'm just Bomb already has his irregular abilities. The guy's an irregular. Plus, we've seen how key it is that he's copying everyone's techniques. We've seen what he can do just with Kelhelm and Suos. So he has all of that. Plus, that's not even mentioning the red and blue Thrissa, and the biggest thing is the Thorn. We should be worried about collecting the Thorn fragments before we get to the top. It just feels like the Leviathan power is unnecessary. Leviathan is, to me, better as a plot device than as a power-up, because Bomb just doesn't need the power-up. There are a lot of series like Shonen battle-type series where it's wow, the main character is really overwhelmed, really outmatched, and how are they going to get this strength to defeat the enemy, and then they get the power up and it's oh, that's how. Bomb doesn't need that. I'm not that Bomb's strong enough to take down Zahard right now, even though some people I have seen say he is. The thing is, I feel like Bomb has the tools he needs already. If he takes the Thrissas, if he takes his just base irregular abilities, if he takes the Thorn especially to its highest level, then I think he already has the tools to go to the very top. So I just don't see where adding new powers on instead of developing the ones that he already has really helps the character. So that's the only thing at the end that, I'm not against it. I'm interested in the dragons. I'm interested in Leviathan, again, more plot-wise than power-wise. But I'm just why? Bomb? I don't feel like Bomb needs Leviathan when he has the Thrissas and the Thorns and is gonna have the 13 months. It just feels like there's already more important things that he has. The importance with Leviathan to me is just with the Traumeré memory stuff that we haven't seen yet. But either way, that's like sort of my 5-minute review of the last chapter, I guess. But yeah, let's go into chapter, 578 this time around. We're starting out inside the submarine. So you're saying, briefing room. Pobedal still hasn't sent us the location of the arena, and we're seeing Kun speaking with, I like Yuri's outfit a lot. The black looks really cool, like, of course, because of the black hair, and then, like, the red hairpiece and eyes to accent it. And Elbaba and Goruro there. Don't know why Goruro still bothers with the mask, honestly. Pobedal is trying to assign someone to watch us, just like Lopobia. This is their destination. It's run by a small station, it's a small station run by the Pobedal family. They want their supervisor to board the submarine here. They'll probably tell us the exact location of the arena afterwards. Damn it, we'll have both Lopobia and Pobedal watching us. There's no running away now. And Gororo's kind of been dropped, it seems, by Kirin and whatever's being planned there. So Gororo really has to team up with Bomb's team, because they're all he's got left at this point, if he's already betrayed his family and all. I'm not sure where you were thinking of running away with Bomb, but forget it. Then, let's anchor the submarine here for now, stock up on supplies and get going again. I checked. We're short on daily necessities. We didn't expect this many people to board the submarine. We're stopping here. And then once the submarine is anchored, I'll find some way to make the two princesses leave Elbaba and get rid of them without the others noticing. When Elaine lost her spot as one of Zahard's princesses, I remember who was happiest at that outcome. We see Laura. And I forgot, too, to mention, I love the bundle of snakes, the ball of snakes. I unironically really have started to enjoy the Serpent Master as a character. So we have Serpent Master that's going to talk to Laura, so we're going to finally get to see some of that, hopefully. Plus, I just love the transition to him where they're like, there are no real fathers in the 10 great families, and we just have best dad ball of snakes is hilarious. Laura. And then he's just giggling to himself. I can't wait to see the look of despair on your face as you behold your 2 dead daughters. Oh man, he's just so silly. I freaking love him. We have Bomb walking past. I love Bomb's new outfit. I love the sort of like fallish, more wintry looks here, with the sweater on Yuri and then the layers on Bomb. He looks back at Elbaba, who's just exuding a menacing aura. 44th floor of the tower, the middle area, Pobedal family station. Okay, so they're going to the 44th floor. They are all bundled up here together in like the same areas. Like floor-wise, at least. I know like all floors are like continent-sized, but still, you get the point. They're at least not multiple floors apart from one another. All the different aspects and things that are happening with like Lobodon's group or even what Traumeray's doing. I see our destination. I'll go obtain permission for us to dock. By the way, did we receive any information about the person from the Pobedal family coming on board? Not really. Just that they'd be waiting at dock number 21. What if it's... Hold on, let me call this before it happens. What if it is Tiara again? I think that would be so hilarious, just seeing Tiara and Yuri have to, like, act civil around one another. That would be very funny. What else? And then... Between the book and pen. Oh my god. And it is, they have still not given poor Mate a change of clothes. Can the Pobedal not afford any new clothes? They said it's the one with the pen. And we see she's waiting there. Kun, Bomb. And then, I need to discuss something with you. Can we talk in private? Huh? Endoshi's room in the submarine. What? Elbaba. Yeah, we got into a bit of an argument. There was something suspicious about the way he looked at Shiliel and Liliel. Are you surprised? They can't stand each other. Just think about the name hunt incident. But who cares what happens to those two jerks, says Andrasi. And why did you come to my room to discuss this? This is the only place we could talk in private, since you're the only person who insisted on having your own room. Don't you think it would be strange not to give one of the Zahard's princesses a private room? And you realize this place is already overflowing with Zahard's princesses, right? Anyway, I think we should keep an eye on Obama. I love just seeing these characters interact. Like, all the interactions the past few chapters we've had on the ship, just even between, like, Cha and Yuri and the princesses and everything, have been so amazing. He won't do anything while we're on the submarine, at least. True, although it could be a bit of a problem if the three of them get out at the station. I can't stand this. Why do we have to watch them? Just let them fight each other to the death. But they're like sisters to you, Andrasi. Sisters? Ha, they're my enemies, not sisters. We're no more than competitors. But Andrasi, the two of them. I love Bomb just running defense here, Rack silently in the background. They're trying to team up with you to earn their freedom. Is that what you're gonna say? That's even more of a problem. What? You're too nice to them. That's the real problem. But I haven't really done anything for them. Besides, they're like your family. What's wrong with being nice to them? If you still don't get... I love how Bob, the past 2 chapters, has really been on this family kick. First talking about fathers, now talking about sisters. When, like, thus far, he's had kind of none of them, which might be why he's valuing them so much. Figure it out yourself, you dummy! And we just have... Okay, who is the greater tsundere here? Andrasi or Karaka? We... like, that's a question for people watching. Like, greater tsundere, Andrasi or Karaka? Get out! And she kicks all 3 of them out. First Elbaba, now Andrasi. Why doesn't anyone see... And Bomb's bringing it up. Why doesn't anyone seem to value their own family? Bomb, this time I think you're gonna have to find that, or the answer to that problem within yourself. Although it could be somewhat amusing if he never figures it out. And then we get Season 3, Conflict 2. This has felt like such a full chapter already, and we're like barely a quarter of the way in. We see a ship departing from the what is it, the Dugong sub, right? Looks like a van or ice cream, the food truck is departing. Bomb, I hate to break it to you, but I'm getting off the submarine here. I can't get involved in a war among the families right now. Makes sense for Yuri. I wonder if she'll change her mind if she sees Tiara, though. Besides, now that I've seen you and confirmed that Black March is safe, it's time for me to go. It doesn't want to come with me, so I'll let you keep it for now. Okay, so I guess she just talked to Black March then. I guess maybe it's not within Bomb, or he can just pull it in or out or whatever. I guess that would make sense. Cha's with them in the food truck. Don't lose it, or let anyone else find out, Bomb. Otherwise, it'll be my neck on the line. Don't worry, Yuri. I'll take good care of it. Get ready. We're almost there. And again, I just love how this arc, it felt like late Hell Train, early Season 3, we saw the characters a lot, but I didn't feel like we got a lot from them. But I just feel like so far this latter chunk of Season 3, it's like not only are we seeing the characters, but I'm enjoying what we're seeing of them so much more. And even I didn't even dislike what was before, but it's just that compared to liking that, I just like this even more. It just feels different. It feels a lot better. Just working off of vibes here. Popodow's supervisor is at the rendezvous point. And then they're entering. Hi there! Okay, we got him! We got him a change of clothes. Mate is finally wearing some new clothes. Huh? That voice. It's been so long. And then Yuri's pissed. What's that freak doing here? Honestly, kind of a good descriptor. She's the Popodow family supervisor. You dress so innocently, but you're a real stalker at heart. You know that. And then... You're practically hell-bent on taking Bomb with you. Why were you assigned to watch the submarine? What about you? What are you still doing with them? You're the one who deserted your position to come and meet that boy. You'd better go before Zahard's forces find out. Otherwise, you might be arrested for treason. And as the supervisor, I've agreed not to lay a finger on Bomb. Hey, I just had a good idea. Zahard's forces might forgive me for leaving without permission if I bring them your head. Don't know how much Zahard's forces and the Popodow family hate each other, or don't you know how much the Zahard's forces and the Popodow family hate each other at the moment? Hey, calm down, you two. Bomb's just playing mediator in every situation lately. If that's what you want, then why don't we fight right here? Yuri, don't cause any more trouble. Mom, would you mind staying out of this? We're trying to have a little argument here. This woman is dangerous. Stay back for a minute. Okay. And your mom just accepting. Mom, I think we should get out of here. I have a very bad feeling about those two turtles. Rack finally says something, not in a real text bubble. And then we have some delicious looking penne, I'm assuming. And is that Laura? I'm guessing. Laura and Lili'll just look so similar. I'm assuming it's Laura. And then we have a ding. And she just flops down. You must be sick with frustration that your children won't obey you. I understand very well how you feel, and Albaba's come to visit. My daughter's disappointed me as well. She made the biggest mistake of her life and was disqualified from becoming one of Zahard's princesses. At the time I really resented you, but now I feel sorry for you, as a parent who's experienced the same pain. Kids never do as they're told, but their mistakes are essentially their parents' mistakes. It's only right that we make up for the sins they've committed against the family head, don't you think? The family heads decided to give you one more chance. If you put on this tracking device and step out onto the station, the Lopobia family will come for you. When your daughters notice you're gone, they'll come looking for you. Then you can return to your family with your daughters. If you go back now, the family head will forgive you and your daughters for your sins. The family head says this is your last chance. And of course he's trying to deceive her to get them killed. So think carefully before you decide. Interesting way of him going about his little scheme here. And then of course he walks out, she gets back up. I can't believe he's still trying to use his own daughter to succeed. Isn't that creepy? What the hell's wrong with the Grey Wolf branch leader? Did you see that look in his eyes? He freaks me out, says Lili'l talking to Shili'l. Why in the world would the Slayer candidate choose a lane with you and me here? Not that we intend to marry him, of course, but still, why would he be interested in Elaine when we've already discussed the possibility of marriage with him? The way he refused him, outright, like that was some kind of attractive thought. They might have forgot the T there. Don't provoke him too much. We're the ones who need to be careful right now, says Shili'l. What do you mean? Why should we be careful? Mother? And Laura's gone missing. Did Laura just straight up instantly fall for it? Where did she go? I don't think she's in the room. Wow, Lili'l and Laura might really have that parent-daughter connection. Mother, where are you? Mother, both of them just being trash. And they're running into Albaba again in the hall. What's gotten into you two? Are you looking for your mother? Has something happened to Laura? Did she disappear by any chance? And they both turn to face him. How did you know? I knew this would happen. She asked me if there was some way to go back to the family head. I told her there wasn't, but thankfully just in case Laura changed her mind, I put a tracking device on her. I'll bring her back for you. No, we appreciate the thought, but we'll look for her. I see. Very well. Then, I'll give you the tracking device. You'll need someone to drive you, so I'll just escort the two of you to the floating carrier. A hallway within the floating carrier near Raccoon and Bomb's room. Are you sure it's a good idea to leave Yuri alone? Don't worry, Bomb. She's way more powerful than us. We bought everything we needed, so let's hurry back. That's exactly what I'm worried about. I'm afraid she'll get herself arrested for causing too much trouble. And we just have them all laughing about it. And he gets a call. We have a problem. What's wrong, Bomb? Chad just called me from the submarine. He saw Baba leave secretly on a floating carrier. Lili'l and Shili'l were with him, and Laura's missing. What? Again, I love this subplot stuff. This is like really, really fun. And also, I mentioned before, this is a ton in one chapter. This is like a manga volume's worth in one single week. Like, they could slow down and I'd still be happy. I'll wait here. Go find Laura. Okay, let's go. Got it. They take off. The signal's coming from somewhere nearby. She must still be on the dock. Let's hurry. Such fools. They're so gullible. And then we have Laura running off. Number 32. Are the snakes going to save them? Dock number 32. 32. This is the place Albaba told me about. Now if I just wait here. Mother. And they catch up to her. Lili'l. Shili'l. Mother, come back to the submarine. I can't. Mother. And she's trying to leave them. Mother. And they're still chasing her all the way to the, what is this, warp fleet? In that case, Lilial, Shilial, ride back to the battleship. What? Go back to the battleship and ask the family head for forgiveness. I'm sure he'll forgive us. We can't live without the family head. Mother, it's too late for that. We can't take back our decision now, Mother, says Shilial. No, there's still time. Any mistake can be fixed. This is finally my chance to make up for my past mistake. You're such a fool. When will you accept the fact that you've been abandoned? Says Elbaba, who was waiting secretly for them, I'm assuming. That was the ship he snuck off in. Elbaba? What are you doing here? Isn't it obvious? I'm here to capture you and your foolish daughters. This feels like an entire arc in one chapter. What? Poor Laura, if the family head really wanted you, do you think he would have let you leave in the submarine? When he assigned me to watch over the submarine, he never said a word about you. You were no more than a pawn that the family head used to obtain Zahar's princesses. Elbaba, how dare you talk to our mother like that? I'm just trying to teach that foolish woman a lesson for placing her trust in the family head. The family head doesn't even consider us human. We're just one of his many pawns. In order to get what he wants, he can use us and cast us aside whenever he likes. We're worthless to him. And now you're just a couple of useless pawns to him as well. Which means he wouldn't even care if you died. Elbaba, you mean? That's right. This was my plan to get rid of you nuisances from the very start. And he summons the wolf. And we see, again, hype. Serpent Master breaks through, pushing past his daughters. And we have him forming up into the body form. Snakes, what's going on? How did you know? What are you doing here? If you've been following me, I brought them here. Says Laura. Did Laura plan this? Did she big brain it? What? I said I brought them here, Elbaba. Did you really think I came all the way here because I believed that the family leader would take me back? Okay, what if Laura/Serpent Master takes out Elbaba here, like Yuri distracts Tiara, and Bomb's group just escapes without either the Lopobia or Pobadal following them? Did you really think I came all the way here because I believed the family head would take me back? What do you mean? You really don't get it. Elbaba's hilarious. This is why men who don't understand women fall into traps. Unlike the best boy, Serpent Master. You fool. Trap. So you pretended not to know what I was up to this whole time. You cunning vixen. Throwing out the vixen again. That's not a very nice thing to say. You're the one who tried to deceive us first. Don't be rude. Do you think you can scare me with those snakes? I am still a branch leader after all. You're no match for me. Lilial, Shilial, call the Slayer candidate and ask him to come here. What? You have his contact information, right? You should, considering that you've even discussed marriage with him. Tell him to hurry over here. Oh, right. Of course. I love their expressions here. Yeah. Neither of them knows. That's so good. That's such a good panel. I hear that the Slayer candidate is even so mighty that he overpowered the beasts in the Great Aquarium. No wonder so many high rankers follow him. Do you think you could win this fight if all his friends were to come here? You little. I've been recording everything you've said on my pocket. What if I played that recording for the family head and told him you planned this whole thing? Do you think he'd spare you? Listen, Wolf. Once word gets out about this, you'll be the one who's abandoned. I'm still curious about what family Laura/Lily will belong to, like if it's cats or if it's I guess we'll see when we see more Lobadan, since she's Lobadan's daughter or granddaughter or whatever. I guess we'll see if he just uses like a lion or something similar to Lilial. You're no more than a branch leader in name who's had even your precious Grey Wolf taken from you. How dare you try to deceive me, the daughter of Robodan? Okay, daughter. Yeah, that's what I thought, but people kept saying granddaughter for some reason, so it got confusing. So you'd better listen to me. I won't tell the family about this, but from now on you're going to be my mutt, and you'll obey no one but me, not the family or anyone else. First of all, you must obtain my permission before reporting to the family head. What? Hey, no talking back. I only want to hear yes, ma'am. Is that clear, asshole? Yes, ma'am. Now, go ahead and bark. I want to hear you howl with your tail between your legs, little wolf. And he does it? He actually does it. Elbaba's hilarious. Mom, are you sure you heard a loud noise? Yes, it came from over here. It might be Laura. Oh my, what do we have here? And they're all walking back together. Huh? Laura? Oh, the Slayer candidate. Such a gentleman. Did you come running to see if we were in danger? You're all out of breath from running to look for my daughters. That's sweet of you. What? No, but everything is fine now. There was a slight misunderstanding among our families. This isn't good, but it's all been resolved. Now let's go. How about we have a nice little tea time together? Well, what just happened, thinks Goon. What's up with that turtle? Aren't my daughters both gorgeous? They take after me. I can't imagine how difficult it must be for you to have to choose only one of them. But Hababa isn't going to be watching you anymore. I found his weakness. Weakness? I'm so glad that Albaba was assigned to be the supervisor. He's already been abandoned once before, so he doesn't trust the family head. I wouldn't be surprised if he lied to the family head about your activities. I heard you promised to protect our family and my daughters when you escaped from the battleship. Could you do me a favor? A favor? Yes, before we arrive in the arena. Join forces with my father, Robodon. Okay, interesting. I'm not going to say that word anymore, though. That's your one for this video, or at least your last one if I said it before. He's one of the family head's few direct descendants. Okay, so he's one of the few, as well as the founder and leader of our branch. Okay, so he's the founder and leader of a branch. Is it going to be like lions or cats or something? As the daughter of one of Robodon's close descendants, I have the honor of calling myself Robodon's daughter. Okay, so it's another one of those things where like they'll call Traumere father, even if it's like he's the father of the family, not their literal father. It's the same thing with Robodon, him being like the family's father, not like her literal father. I know my father's gate code. There's a gate in this station. We could travel there right now if we just used the warp fleet. I don't wish victory to any family anymore. All I have is the selfish desire for my family to always be happy, and we see her daughters and the snakes. My father will know how to make that come true. So please, find my father and help him. I really love Laura from this chapter. This has been an incredible chapter. There's someone named Kirin opposing my father from within Lopobia's army. He's the family leader's right-hand man, and the true leader of the family. He has control over everything that happens in the family. Kirin is the one behind this war as well. Since the war began, I believe my father's been looking for a way to stop Kirin in the army. So that's interesting too. Sorry, I said it again, but it really truly is, because we know that Traumere does not want the war. Traumere doesn't want it to happen, but Lobodon is the one who's actually truly loyal, because Lobodon doesn't want the war just like Traumere, but Kirin has been the one that, while Traumere hides in his room, has the real control over the family. Like, Traumere's just the figurehead, but Kirin's the one actually doing everything, and Kirin's the one that's played into the war. The reason that my father's decided to act on his own now must be because he's found a way to stop them. And we've barely seen Lobodon, and I'm liking him already. If you go, and I don't know, I think Lobodon sounds cooler than Robodon, even though it says Robodon in the official. And I know there's no real difference between like Eleanor and Korean, so unless it's like a reference to something, I might just go for Lobodon right now, unless there's a reference and it's really supposed to be an R. You'll find a clue about how to stop the war. I have to hurry. What is it, Bomb? Why did you suddenly want to talk to us in private? I'm sorry, but there's somewhere we need to go. Where? We need to find Robodon, the field commander of Lopobia's army. What? And, okay, I thought that's where we were going to end. We still have more. A line of defense of Pobedau's army. Are we going to see him, or is this going to be more Traumere? We have people being blown away, and it looks like they're wearing the Pobedau outfits. Yeah, we see Traumere in the next panel. In the destruction of all these ships. And we have first class libration. I think they meant librarian, maybe? First class libration in Pobedau's. Sorry, it's so easy to get them confused. Why do we have to have these two at war with each other? In Pobedau's army, advanced ranker, Pobedau Nobles. Yeah, and then just getting absolutely destroyed by this sort of gator looking creature. I don't see that strange floating carrier over here. And then I'm heading over to the Pobedao army's next base. He's basically just fighting the war himself out of curiosity for what that ship is. Lord Kirin, is it true that you're leaving the battleship? That's right. The second in command will take charge of the battleship from now on. I'm going to look for the irregular. But that's so cool because he and Lobadan are like opposing forces with what to do about the war, and like Bomb could really shift the tide to one way or the other. But the family leader's gone to the front. You know what that means, right? Without the family leader here, the battleship's no longer the center of the family. Tell all the branch leaders to prepare for battle. Oh, and we see it's actually a White Garment Widow and Umtiti. In the meantime, the family leader will destroy as many of Popedao's troops as he can, and we see somebody in a turtle shell. Okay, I guess, or maybe the rest. We know that there are 20 branches, so it'll be interesting if we can guess what the branch leaders and branches are for here. And we know actually, I guess there's really only 17 branch leaders left, because Perseus was head of the horse, he's down. Perditi was head of the owl, and he's down. And Jokoko was head of the windbird, and he's down. While making his way over to the arena, hold on, let me. The family head will destroy as many of the Popedao's troops as he can on his way to the arena. Okay. And we see somebody like this bloody angel looking character. Somebody else who's kind of hidden. Their silhouette kind of reminds me of, I guess they kind of remind me of Murodic too, but I was thinking of Kendrick Deal with the little pointy thing on the front of his head. Alright, we're going to use this opportunity to capture the irregular before the day of the showdown. Kirin is so cool. And we have the beast that we saw in the flashback. He's standing on top of it. Let's go. It's time to hunt. The entire Lopobia are on the move, with Traumerei jumping from battlefield to battlefield on the way to the arena, and now all of the branch heads are on the move. Like, this is either set up like for it to just be really, really cool, a really cool like war arc or whatever as the showdown is going on or about to go on, or it's set up for all of the Lopobia to get taken out and Lopobia to just be gone after this war, after this saga. But what an incredible chapter. It's just almost 10 o'clock. I started recording a little after 9, so I'm gonna try to hurry to get this video up, but just know that this chapter was insane. This chapter was, again, very long. Again, took me nearly 30 minutes to read. In addition to that, it's so dense with content. So much happened, and so much that happened was so good. I am so interested in Lobadan. I think he's awesome, and we barely know the guy. I think Laura's great. I actually love Laura's family. Laura's amazing. From just this chapter. Elbaba's hilarious. Elbaba's so fun as just this little like loser villain. He's so great. Like I mentioned towards the beginning, the interactions we've seen between these characters. We got Tiara and Mate showing up some more, which is so cool. But just seeing the interactions, Cha didn't do much, but between like Cha, Gororo, Yuri, Bomb Kunrak, Andrasi, the interactions with her were so good. Lilial and Shilial and the Serpent Master, like all of these characters melding and meshing together in like different scenes is so fun. And we're going to be bringing Lobadan's forces into this. We saw Kadede's the only one we know is there. We don't know what they're doing. Again, they're all on the 44th floor right now. Lobadan's forces are where Karaka is. So we get to see Karaka again. It's where Yama is. Doom, Yusracha. We're bringing these characters back into things. Yusracha probably has a lot to say about current events when he finds out about it. Like, it's so cool. Yuan Sung's there, Doan, and Cha can have another reunion, and like not in the midst of the craziness of the nest. This is just so cool. this is like the best Tower of God has been in a long, long time, I think. Maybe even since I've been covering it on the channel. I don't know. I was covering during Name Hunt and during Hidden Floor and during, what is it, Dollar Show, and they're incredible. So I don't know. But I don't know. This just feels like, to me, the best Tower of God has been in just forever. Just such a long time. Despite the fact that it hasn't been bad, in my opinion. I've always loved it. But I feel like my love for it recently is just reignited by a ton. Like, insane. Insanely good. Such an amazing chapter. Like I said, I don't want to drag this on too long because I want to get this video posted for all of you. I just want to say thank you for watching. I want to say like if you like the video and comment down there to tell me what you thought of this chapter or my thoughts and reaction. Subscribe for much more Tower of God, much more on the channel. Follow on Twitter if you want. We can talk there. We can talk on Discord if you want a link to the server. It is free and open for anyone. Just ask and I can give you a link to it. If you want to help support the channel, if you want to help make sure that I can continue to make videos, super thanks would be really appreciated. If you want a shout out at the end of every single video, you can become a patron by going to patreon.com/HakuOfTheTubes, or a link will be in the description, or you can just hit join down below to become a channel member. Either way, you do get the shout out at the end. Thank you to people who are already patrons and members. Thank you to Chosen Regular Evan Holly. Thank you to Magical Girls, FR Nono, Huarian, and Smeller Dog. Thank you to Chariton Student David Langstaff. Thank you to Slayer Candidate SG. And thank you to Pure Element Pate Ardialo. Thank you all so much for your support. Yeah, thank you so much, and I'll see you all next time.